180.
Here we go.
Value three. Super 66.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check
17.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Goff now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at the 43. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Graham to throw it. Screen play, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. John Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the shit.
Hey, let's go. Go, Brown.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
That's trash.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
At the Lions' 11-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's our time.
Recon, get it.
2nd and 10 now. Graham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Christian, travel.
On 3rd down. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. An update from Denver. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
17.
From the gun, here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Peck. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Graham. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On second down, here's Graham. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So first and 10 now from the 30. They run. It's Gurley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Goff now 7-10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down. To the air again. Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3rd and 2, Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they go play action now. Graham. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
61, matchbox, lights. 10, under 10, 10.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Graham. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Ready? 10 logo. Watch the screen. Snap.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. And that's complete to Brown. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw once more, here is Graham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch it. He's crazy.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Now Graham on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
20.
Now it's the backup Newton. Flushed out right. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down and get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
20.
In the face.
Ric Flair.
Now Goff on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete.
Pass.
Undercrush, undercut.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley.
It's run, it's run.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now left side on the swing pass. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Connection made here. Goff to Higbee. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back. X3, 218, chopper.
Goff on third down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Check safety, check safety.
And the blitz does come. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Here we go.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third and long. It's gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Newton now to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play. Snuffed it out and made a nice stop.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast, when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I'm without speech. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
36.
2 for 1.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 2nd and 7, Goff looking sideline, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. 3rd down here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And he gets it down to the 32.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That's complete to Cooks. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Well, they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now it's Gurley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One last throw here for Newton. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for L.A., they do get the victory here in the season finale, but it was altogether a disappointing season as they wind up at 6-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.